The Maxwell Leadership DISC Personality Assessment is more robust than a typical DISC assessment. By taking the Maxwell DISC Profile Assessment, you will gain a deeper understanding of your strengths and potential challenges, enabling you to be intentional in all areas of your life, from work relationships to every form of communication. I create a DISC program that suits your needs, from individual assessments and debriefs to workshops. Let's talk about how DISC will unlock your full potential and improve communication within your business. I am Virginia Sharp March of VSM Coaching and Consulting, an empowering and resourceful speaker, trainer, and coach.
So let's just review our DISC assessment. Percent of the population. They're very dominant, very decisive. They want to know what needs to get done, and they are going to get it done. Sometimes they don't always think through all the details, but that's okay. The task got done. Their greatest fear is being taken advantage of. So when you are communicating with a D, you want to make sure you've got the facts. They really don't care about the emotions. They don't care about the feelings. They want the facts. They want to know what needs to be done, and let's make that decision. They don't like indecisiveness. And when you have a conversation with them, keep it, once again, short and to the facts. Our I. These are the people. They've got your ideas. They're going to come into the room. They're going to meet everybody. They're innovative. They're motivating. We love our I's. Our I's also love to talk. Their question is, when there's something going on, who is going to be there? Their greatest fear is not being liked. The I's, when you're having a conversation with the I's, you might have to break it into smaller conversations because they might get distracted. And then we're down a rabbit hole. But your I's also, you want to follow up with them. So if you make a decision, determine who's going to do what tasks, and then come up with a follow-up to keep them to task. My S's, I am a solid S. We don't like confrontation, but we like building consensus. We want to make sure everyone is included. When you're talking with an S, you want to make sure it's a friendly tone. You want to make sure that you're showing that you care about them. S's, we're steady, and we're going to see a task through from beginning to end. We might be a little bit slower to get started because we want to understand what's going on, but we will make sure that it is taken care of. And our D's and our I's, they love their S's. They love a good number of S's on their teams because all the I's with their ideas, the D's who haven't contended with all the details, they know the S's will take care of it. And the S's always want to know, how are we going to get things done? So if my I comes to me with this grandiose idea, or my D comes to me with that task, the S is going to figure out, okay, not only do we need this person, but we're going to need this resource and this resource. So the S is 69% of the population. Be proud of your being an S. My C's, very compliant, detail-oriented. C's want to know, why are we doing what we're doing? And they might ask a lot of questions because they want to know and fully understand. My husband is a C. Tend to get so much into the weeds that we forget we have to get started and move on. But give them a good spreadsheet, give them a good graph, they're all over it. Now, when we bring it all together, each one of us has a little bit of the D, I, S, and C in us, which is important because when there's an emergency situation, you want that D, you want that decisiveness, just get it done, get it taken care of. Our D's and our I's, I mentioned, they're people-oriented. They like to talk to people. When they're in the elevator, they're the ones talking. They'll know by the end of that elevator ride details of that person. S's and C's are a little bit more conservative. They're going to be holding back, but they're listening, they're paying attention. I's and S's want to make sure that everyone's involved. And when you're having a meeting or a committee, or even at work, you want a good variety of these people. I mean, yes, if you have a committee meeting with an I leading it, it's going to be a fun meeting. You may not get anything accomplished. If you have a C involved as a committee chair, it may not go so well because everyone's going to be a little bit bored with your details. The S is going to make sure everybody's included, but if you want a short meeting, put the D in charge. So that is awareness. When we can be aware of our strengths, our weaknesses, and then when we're aware of those on our team, if we can focus on the strengths of those team members, each one of us has characteristics and values that may not be in agreement with everybody on that team. But if we can pull out those strengths for the good of the team, then we can all work together better